Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel. And we are going to have a reality chat, and this is going to be about Nene Leakes. And this one, it's a little bit sad, but I mean, honestly, a lot of it is true. So it just kind of is what it is, like they say. So Nene Leakes, she has created a new business. It's an establishment near Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a lounge. It's called the Lenethea Lounge. And of course, her real name is Lenethea, and she goes by Nene. So everybody just kind of knows her by Nene. It would have been, I guess, real hood if she named it the Nene Lounge. But hey, whatever. She is hiring for this new business right now, but look, we're in the days of the pandemic, currently, post, and, we're just still kind of going through it, where it involves a lot of businesses are suffering when it comes to hiring staff because of the pandemic, keeping staff because of the pandemic, and not just because of the pandemic, but also because of a lot of people have been able to get unemployment benefits that paid them a whole lot more money, or I don't want to say paid them, but they got a lot more money than they were actually making working for a living. So, I mean, it's like a paid vacation for a lot of people. And look, I'm on the fence when it comes to that because I'm a small business owner, so I get it where it involves people taking advantage of the system when people who are actually real business owners are really working in their businesses and working hard in their businesses, and they're not getting bailed out while, other people are getting bailed out. But that's neither here nor there. It's the truth, but that's not really what this story is about for the most part. This is about Nene and the fact that now that she's no longer a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was fired last year. And she's called for a boycott of Bravo, boycott Real Housewives of Atlanta, boycott Sal's, boycott. It's like, is this like really too late? I don't want to say too little, but is this really too late? Because opening up a business like a lounge where you are serving food and drinks and you have to have staff, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, managers, all of these other positions that you have to have filled, that's not an easy business. And that they say that restaurants, which we can consider this lounge a restaurants, the majority of them that open up shut down within a year of opening. And in 1 to 3 years, a lot of them are, gone out of business for good. So that's why you see more franchises than you see actual new restaurants starting up. And her business is a new restaurant. It's a new lounge. So she posted on her Instagram, and this is one of her second posts about job openings. The Lenethea Lounge now available for private events. Send info to the lenethealounge@gmail.com. Walk in this Friday, April 23rd, which was last week, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. for on-the-spot interviews for waiters, waitress, this is what she wrote, and bartenders. Not waitresses, but waitress and bartenders with lots of personality. And she has in parentheses, we have something special in store for you. Oh, and drinks on me at the Lenethea Lounge, #nightlife, hashtag lounge in Duluth, #life of the Leakes, #night lounge, #Duluth nights. So obviously the lounge is in Duluth, Georgia, which is outside of Atlanta. But here's the thing. A lot of people are not really wanting to rush to work at her business, but they're not really rushing to work for her and have her be their boss. Now, is she going to be working in the lounge from day to day? To be honest, I kind of doubt it, but hey, I don't know. I'm just saying I doubt it. And this isn't like her clothing boutiques that she had that I'm assuming she actually worked at, but of course she wasn't working there all the time either. But people are writing in the comments on, different platforms about this. And one person wrote, and I got this from sandrarose.com, and she actually got this from Rhymes with Snitch. A person who has a horrible track record of speaking to people in derogatory ways is opening a lounge for the public to critique and post on social media. Can't wait for the S show to happen. And hey, it's kind of true. Because some people might say, well, look, that was her character on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was just doing that for the show. That's what brought in the ratings. She was the most loved, the most beloved, or whatever housewife on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and people loved her for being real. Well, okay, if that's her and she's being real, then who really wants to work for somebody like that? Let's just be honest. I don't know if many people are going to rush to go and work there, especially for jobs like that, because come on, we already know that she's not going to be paying that much for those waiters and waitresses, because it's still crazy to me that we are in the year 2021 and they have where servers make below minimum wage because they're saying that tips is going to make up for the majority of what they wouldn't make by not making minimum wage, and a lot of people end up making more than minimum wage. That's crazy. I still don't even know how that's legal, but that's still another story for another time. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section, because one, she has been on The Real Housewives of Atlanta for all of these years, and I have been watching in my time of recovery and recuperating from my most recent situation, being involved in an automobile accident. I've been watching reruns of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the previous seasons, which I actually did love the show, even though she got on my nerves at times, and there are times that she made me laugh. A lot of what she was focusing on was just her career in terms of being in Hollywood and being an actress. Meanwhile, you had Candy and even Cynthia, who were solidifying other ventures, and even Kenya with her hair care products. They were solidifying other business ventures. Meanwhile, Nene was more focused on being on Glee and being on The New Normal and being on Broadway. Now, of course, she couldn't have predicted, neither of us could have predicted, that a pandemic would have happened that would have shut things down and caused a lot of things to be peeled back. But her career in Hollywood, that had been on the drawback for some time now. So that didn't just happen in 2020. So I want to read some of the comments that people were commenting about her and this newest business venture, and I really want to know what you guys think. One person wrote, I'm sure they'll be filming for her new show, so make sure to dress to impress. So I didn't know that she has a new show. If she does, then good for her, but we shall see. Another person wrote, oh, I don't know why I assumed it would be in Atlanta. Although I'm always complaining everything is in the city, I understand why. Duluth doesn't have the residents to sustain this. I wonder if she consulted with Trina Braxton, RE, her bar chicks that was located in Sewanee. Lenithia, nah, not a good name. Another person said, I would have just invested in a successful franchise, but hey, McDonald's is having trouble hiring too. And somebody commented on that person's comment and said, who the hell would work for someone so mean-spirited, hateful, hard to get along with, and just not a nice person? Plus, I'm sure it's minimum wage, probably with no health benefits. I say no way. Someone else wrote, who advised her to name the lounge after her ghetto name, and then adding D makes it sound even even more stupid. Until she changes her nasty attitude, she will continue to struggle and be miserable. Somebody else wrote, if I was advising her, I would tell her it is a horrible idea to open a restaurant out in Duluth, Georgia. She should have invested in real estate and just rent out properties and watch her money grow. If you invest in real estate, it is very hard for you to lose, especially if the properties are paid in full with no mortgage, which really is true. And somebody commented on that comment and said, everyone wants to own a business, but don't really want to run one. And that is true. Somebody commented on that and said, or know how to. She's trying to rely on her name from RHOA, but she's no longer on the show. Her name is Mud, and the show sucks now. She should have capitalized when she was hot. Now this seems like a desperate measure. Opening a nightclub with no experience is not the business. And that is very true. Now those are just some of the comments. Of course, not everybody was speaking that way, but the majority of the people really were. And I am not here to say that I hope her business fails. I absolutely don't. I don't want to see anybody fail when they are really investing their time and their money and their efforts into a business. But I just wonder, like, is this really the time to do a business like this? Because I mean, she had her lounge that she closed in Atlanta. I'm assuming that was one because of the rent, and two, you can have a clothing boutique and run that online and not have to pay for the real estate. A lounge, a restaurant, not so much. You have to have the space to do that. But should she have been recruiting for staff well before now? Or maybe she was already doing that and she was really struggling to get people in, that this was a last ditch effort to say, hey, we got to round up some talent, some staff. We need waiters, waitresses, bartenders, managers, whatever. So maybe if I post something on my social media platform, then that'll bring more people in to the recruiting stage. But I don't know. I don't know how Candy's businesses are doing. I assume that they're doing okay. I mean, even though this last season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta was a freaking snooze fest, the clips I saw of her Blaze steak and seafood restaurant, it looked really, really nice. And I'm not saying that I would take a trip from where I am to go down there just for a meal, but if I was in the area, I probably would stop by. But she's been doing this for several years now. Again, is this a little, too late when it comes to Nene? Is this like a last-ditch effort? Or maybe this is just something that she's doing under the guise of some sort of reality show that she's got cooking up. I don't know. We will definitely see. But I would really love to know what you guys think in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts. And until the next episode, I'm just being beautifully honest.